Okay, Rick. So today we're going to go over the compensation for your sales reps first, okay?
Sounds good.
Awesome. So here's how the commission structure works as far as this goes, okay? These are a list of all of our products that we can sell at Colonial Life. On average, though, all of these combined on each sale, you're going to average about 25% commission rate, okay? So the average sale of Colonial Life is about $10,000. So 25% of that is $2,500 for one particular sale, okay? Now, I know you mentioned a little bit about your previous XYZ insurance company that you just came from and chargebacks, and that was one of your concerns, right? Which is fair. Colonial Life will actually give you 65% of that $2,500. So that equates to what, $1,650, and that cycles to you the following Wednesday.
Okay.
Now the reason for that is because we are trying to avoid your similar experience with constant chargebacks, right? And so there's what we call a bucket that keeps the rest of the additional beyond that 65% and holds that for you. So when a chargeback does happen, we're not coming back to you and saying, hey, sorry, give that back to us now, even though we paid you, right?
So there's money that's being held, that
Correct.
additional 35%
Yep.
to safeguard from a chargeback.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, you got it. However, that's not ours forever to keep, so you'll still get that compensation. Let's just say you may not get it all. Let's just say maybe you did have a chargeback or two,
Right.
but it didn't use the whole bucket.
Right.
You'll get the remaining of what's left over in that
Got
in months 9, 10, 11, and 12.
it. Okay.
Okay, so it's still yours. We just don't want you to have all those chargebacks after you pay Peter
Right.
the light bill, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Now, as far as that goes, we talked about the average of 25%. However, you can have for smaller accounts here and there, if you decide to enroll those, there is an additional 15% commission rate that you're eligible on for that, okay? There's the option to do coordinating your first year. We don't really have that set up that way. It's a lot of work, but it's an option. You can get an additional 4%, but we do have a coordinator that handles all that. They're straight at 4% of that.
Got it.
Awesome.
And that's not my strength. I just soon have somebody else
Yes,
do that.
you're a good sales guy. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the fun stuff. Let's talk about bonuses. Who doesn't like bonuses?
Right.
So as far as the new rep bonus goes, really we talked about our first 30 to 60 days. We were kind of in that interviewing process in the first stages that we're striving when we hire and onboard new reps, really striving for 10K 30, 10K 60. So 10,000 in their first 30 days, or worst case scenario, 10,000 if they don't happen to get it their first 30 days within that 60-day mark. Okay. But essentially, just for doing their job, they're getting bonus on doing that, right?
2,500 is your average case, then 10,000 obviously is only 4 cases.
Right.
At an average or a low level.
Correct.
So it seems very doable.
Yeah, absolutely. It certainly is. So as long as they're hitting that in their first, so let's just say they do hit their 10,000 in their first 30 days, they're getting a $1,000 bonus just for doing their job on top of all the commissions up here.
Right.
Okay. So and then they're getting a 700 bonus if they hit that within their first 60 days.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, every thereafter, every time they do beyond that, an additional 10,000 here, they're getting $600, and then another 10,000, so 30,000. They're getting another $600 just for doing their job and producing
So it stays consistent at $600
in the first year.
Everything moving forward.
Correct. For every 10,000 in additional premium.
So the bonus opportunity is all of those 600 plus your 10K 30 and or 10K 90, wherever.
Which would equate to $7,400.
$7,400. Wow.
Yeah. So they get an additional $7,400 potentially in their first year.
On
just
top
for
of the
producing.
commission.
Correct.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right on. So more about bonuses, okay? Let's talk a little bit more about that. So we have additional bonuses outside the bonus in their first year and your new rep bonus, okay? So that looks like your year-to-date bonus and also your quarter-to-date bonus.
Okay.
So let's first start with our year-to-date, okay? And so let's just say, for example, one case, that equates to $2,500 in premium. So as long as there's a case that has $2,500 in premium, it is considered one case.
It could be 10,000.
It could be, but
if
a
it's
minimum.
2,500, it hits.
You got
meets the benchmark.
You got it.
Okay.
Yep, you're picking up what I'm throwing down. Okay, so just in this example, let's just say they were at 5 cases, okay? Now they're getting a 4% bonus, which is retroactive to everything that they've already written up
So
to
not
that
just
point.
on new production,
Yeah,
everything written throughout the entire business year.
yep, you got it. And then
Okay.
of course, everything going forward that they're
Moving
gonna
forward.
write.
Right,
Let's just say they write, I don't know, 16 cases. Now you're doubling that bonus potential for year to date, and now you're at an 8%, which is again retroactive.
and
And then,
cumulative.
yep, you got it.
Okay,
Yeah, so, and then let's talk a little bit about as well, we have a quarter to date bonus. So that's our year to date, but we also get them quarterly too.
okay.
Feels like Colonial just likes to bonus people and find
Yeah.
excuses to do that, right?
Heck yeah.
So as far as the quarter to date bonus, just in this example, let's just say they write 10 cases.
Okay,
Well, now they're getting an additional 6% for writing that in a quarter.
okay.
But with the year to date and the quarter to date combined, that's an additional 10% on everything that they've already been compensated and bonused on
Yeah,
between those two bonuses.
yeah, it's 10%.
Yeah. So what it doesn't talk a little bit about here, and I know we already spoke about this, but what this also doesn't even show going forward after year one are the residuals.
Okay.
So after year one, you're approximately getting about 5% every year on all those residuals coming in.
Which means renewal business.
Yeah.
Which means business is on the books, you service it, you call them, you take care of it, and you will be getting paid on those existing accounts without even writing new business.
Correct. I always kind of simply explain it.
That's awesome.
Do you know have you ever heard of Costco?
Heck yeah,
Okay, do you have a membership with them?
heck yeah.
Right on. So it's similar
Okay.
to that. Simply explained, every single year you renew your membership, even though you're
Yeah.
not a brand new customer to them
Right.
every year, they're getting paid similar to the concept here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's the sales rep compensation.
Okay.
Any questions so far on that? Does that kind of make sense?
No, you explained it excellent.
Awesome. So let's talk about you and how you get paid too, which is
Okay.
important. So similar to here, on the very top, your commission structure is also going to look identical to the agency sales rep commission structure as far as that average we talked about with
This is
that
the
25.
manager position.
Correct, you
Okay.
got it. So look, anything beyond here, let's talk about that and kind of dive into a little bit.
Okay,
So we talked about the importance of growing and expanding your team with new reps.
right.
And I know what your goals are with that too, which is great. But you're also getting overrides on them, on your new reps.
Okay.
So their first year, when they write a new account, whether you're there doing field training with them on that particular case or not, they're your reps. So you're getting 7% of the annual premium that your new reps are writing in their first year.
That's great.
Yeah. So these top two, those are for existing reps for a couple of years going forward and how that works. But right now you're starting as a brand new manager with us, getting ready to build a team. So 7% of their annual premium is how that works.
Okay,
And as a manager, you also have a sales plan bonus as well. So each quarter, let's just say I'm going to break it down and kind of write it out for you to make it easier to understand. But let's just say you have a $100,000 annual sales goal.
Okay.
Quarterly, that would break down to $25,000 per quarter. Just
Got it.
use that as an example and keep numbers even for us.
Mhm.
Let's just say in your first year, you do hit your $25,000 sales quota.
First quarter.
First
Got
quarter, bam. You're already out the gate, ready to go. You're also getting compensated a bonus of $1,500 just for doing your job, just for hitting that goal. But you're also triggering another $1,500 for being on pace and hitting your year-to-date plan so far.
Okay,
Let's just say in quarter two, by then we've maybe got a couple of reps producing under you, and y'all just have a killer quarter and blow it out of the water. You hit, let's just say in this example, you hit 70,000 in quarter two, because we know you're going to have some good reps
sure.
under
real.
you.
Yeah.
So you've blown it out of the water. You're still getting another $1,500 bonus on top of that, and then you're also triggering yet another one for being and hitting your year-to-date plan so far. I don't know, let's just say in quarter three though, you still, keep in mind, you still have to hit each quarter,
Yeah,
your $25,000, sales plan to get the quarterly bonus.
right.
But let's just say, I don't know, you're having a good time, you go to Hawaii for a month,
Yeah,
whatever that looks like, but for whatever reason, you don't hit your quarter three bonus.
okay.
You're still ahead year to date, so you're not gonna get the $1,500
Right.
bonus for not hitting that particular quarter, but because you had such a strong quarter in quarter two, you're still on pace for year to date, so you will get the $1,500 for being year to date plan.
Okay.
So that's kind of how that works. That makes sense so far.
Yeah, so you're not completely penalized for not having a great quarter because you had a good one before, so you're still taking advantage of the annual production bonus, just not taking advantage of that not so particularly good quarter.
Correct.
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
All right.
So more bonuses to come.
More.
So we have a sales fund variable bonus. So remember how we talked about the importance of those 10K 30s and those 10K 60s?
Yes.
You're also up to getting to receive up to $5,000 per quarter just for your sales reps coming in and hitting those.
Okay.
So another bonus comes in for you there. And by the way, just kind of keep in mind that your sales reps annual premium, that also counts towards your sales goal of the 100,000 that we talked about.
Okay.
Yeah. So their production counts towards that, which is why it's so important to have those team members producing under you.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about these bonuses here. So under the new rep bonus here, let's just say you've got a couple people coming in, you're training, and we talked about the importance of that field training and doing those drops and getting them up and running.
Absolutely.
So let's just say they hit $2,000 in premium under them. You're receiving $250 as far as that bonus goes towards you,
Okay.
just for them receiving that. So driving a little production towards them definitely helps you out for sure.
Okay.
Yep. And then kind of same concept here for $5,000, you're getting a $400 bonus as well,
Okay.
just for them hitting it. By the time they hit around 10,000, they'll probably already have one case at least underneath them,
Yeah.
and they're receiving an additional $600 bonus just for them hitting the 10,000 production, as long as that's when they need one case at that point.
Which is
Okay.
$2,500.
Correct.
Okay.
One case counts as 2,500. You got it.
All right.
So if they, let's just say they do 10,000 in 90 days, they need to still have that case, but you're also getting an additional 500.
Okay.
And then regarding that, let's just say they do 20,000 in 90 days instead of 10, just 10. They would need to have 2 cases underneath them, but then you're also getting an additional 500 for that.
Okay.
So these are more time sensitive. But going forward from there on, basically every 10,000 of their production after that, you're receiving $1,000 bonuses on that for every 10,000.
Each additional 10,000 of the annual premium that the rep produces,
Yeah,
the manager, i.e. myself, gets $1,000.
yeah, you got it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, so I mean, I know you and I also talked about the importance of, and after meeting with you, a couple times, I know that we talked about the importance of finding quality candidates, onboarding them, growing, giving them the tools to be successful, and producing and retaining, right?
Yeah.
We both talked and we both kind of agree about that. But I know you have what it takes to build a successful team and to train and develop a successful sales team of individuals underneath you. Like we talked about doing the
Yeah.
Mondays Matter stuff,
Exactly.
the Wednesday interviewing days, and all those corporate drops that we talked about.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt in my mind that you can definitely do this and be successful. So just so you're also aware that their bonus applies for their first 2 years, okay? So
okay.
all of that makes sense so far?
It absolutely does. So this format or footprint, whatever, the new rep is eligible for these bonuses for 2 consecutive years.
Yeah, so
Not
the
just
bonus
the first.
structure
I didn't
here
realize
actually
that.
applies in, for you, this the ADM compensation.
Right.
That applies their first 2 years
Okay.
as how your bonuses work with that.
Okay.
So I'm confident with you. I think you can do this. I see you, I don't, again, look at you like an average guy at all.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So when are you coming on board with us?
I would be able to do so within the next 60 days for sure.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's get you appointed with us. So I'm going to have you come up front with me and we'll kind of sit down and get you the contracting stuff.
Okay.
But I'm definitely excited to have you aboard.
Well, thank you.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you very much, Shannon.
You
Appreciate it.
bet, absolutely.